Well, a very good morning to you, wherever you're listening to this webinar in Australia or all around the world for Mental Health Awareness Week 2021. My name is Natalie Ashdown from Open Door Coaching. It is great to have you all coming on the line this morning just to spend this little bit of time together in mindfulness practice. Now, this mindfulness practice actually started 2 years ago when we introduced morning mindfulness for Coach Week back in 2020. And just like today, plenty of people joined us on the line, and we couldn't believe it because I thought maybe it's just something that one or two people did. So it's really wonderful to have you all join me this morning for this little practice that we're going to do together. And can you believe, after all this time, that saying morning mindfulness is still an issue for me? So I'm going to be practicing for the rest of the week. So it's Natalie Ashdown here with you. And before I begin, I'd just like to acknowledge the traditional owners, the custodians of the lands on which we're all meeting today from around Australia, and a couple of international people, which is very cool, and their continuing connection to the land, borders and communities of Australia. And we pay our respects to them and to their elders, past, present and emerging. So we're just going to be taking 10 minutes of mindfulness this morning, or perhaps you're listening to this via the podcast and you're doing it at another time during the day. That's absolutely fantastic. Whenever you can take 10 minutes just to do a little bit of practice like this, I think you'll find it'll make a huge difference. So this is the beach at our beach house in Sandy Point, Wilson's Prom, and I want to take you there this morning as the sun's starting to rise in the water. The tide is way out for our practice today. In case you're new to mindfulness, just letting you know that there is a huge body of research now that shows that mindfulness can reduce stress and anxiety. It can improve attention and your memory. It helps promote self-regulation and empathy. And we've found, particularly over the last 2 years, working with executives, working with a lot of people through our coach training programs, this ability to self-regulate, find that kind of medium or path that's quite right for us. And then the empathy has been a huge impact. It has a positive impact. Oh, excuse me. There's extensive research also available that shows that mindfulness impacts our brains positively. And there's a lot of brain scans and functioning of the brain scans that you can actually look at to see where different parts of the brain light up, other parts of the brain go quiet during mindfulness. So the technique that I'm very keen on sharing with you all this morning, and we'll be doing this throughout our week, is a technique called box breathing. This is the technique that I've had most success with, particularly to quickly reduce stress, anxiety, or to quickly self-regulate if needed, but also to do it any time of the day, a little bit of box breathing, maybe just before you reset on a task, perhaps just doing a little bit of box breathing before you're about to start a new task for the day, or start a new big project, or you're going to switch from one thing to another. Perhaps just before you finish for the day and you're about to get into dinner or whatever else the activities of the night might be. Just doing this little bit of box breathing, even in the queue, if you're standing in a queue at the supermarket or something like that. It's used by emergency services, it's used by Navy SEALs, it's used by our armed forces to down-regulate, to just get control of your breathing as you go. So we'll be doing that this morning. And for those of you that haven't been exposed to it, this is a little bit, a quick look at how many mindful days I've clocked. So back at Coach Week 2020, that was where I was at, 370, and now well over 10,000 minutes of mindfulness. And the reason I'm sharing that with you is because I just do 10 minutes a day, and that's how it all really, 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes a day, 10-minute sittings, or walking to work doing mindfulness. So it doesn't take much to really clock that kind of minutes. That's the app I use as well, if anyone's interested. All right, so do our box breathing. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be breathing in, then we're going to be holding our breath, and then we're going to be breathing out, and then we're going to be holding our breath once again. We're going to be breathing in for the count of 4. Then we're going to be holding our breath for the count of 4. We'll be breathing out for the count of 4, and then we'll be holding our breath for the count of 4. And what I'll do is talk you through the first couple of rounds, and then I'll hand it over to you. So they'll just be quiet on the line as we do this together as a community. All right. So when you're ready, let's get comfortable. I'll turn my video off so I'm not distracting you, because I tend to get quiet, breathe, and I'll breathe in like this. So I don't want to distract you. I'll turn my video off, and then we can spend just this short time together in mindfulness practice as a community. So wherever you are right now, you can just take a moment just to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And one more together, a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And perhaps you're sitting, or you might be standing, or you might be listening to this whilst you're out on a walk. Wherever you are right now, just tune into your breath. Feeling your feet on the floor if they're on the floor. Feeling your body nestling into wherever you are, into the bed, onto the ground. Maybe you're sitting down. Just allowing your body just to sit or stand or lie. Whatever you're doing, we can take this practice together, just this 10 minutes for mindfulness as we focus on our breath now. Loosening the eyes, you might do this with your eyes open, or you might do this with your eyes closed, whatever. Just relaxing your eyes, and I need to, and you, I'm sure, need to. Just relax your jaw, giving your shoulders a little wiggle. Nothing to do right now, just tuning in to our breath. And together, we'll breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Deep breath in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. In, letting thoughts come and go. Nothing to do as we breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and we hold, 2, 3, 4. Let sounds come and go. Let thoughts come and go. Out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, for, just in your own time now. Breathing in, nothing to do. Thoughts come and go. Sounds come and go. As we breathe in, just being in this moment. As a community. Breathing in calm. Breathing out confidence for the day. Breathe in whatever you need for the day. Just taking your time now. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Give that neck a little bit of a stretch. Give your shoulders a little bit of a roll. Maybe wiggle your toes a little bit. Whatever you need just to bring yourself back into the room. Or if you want, you might like to just sit there for a few more minutes. Hopefully you feel like I do. I feel like my chest is expanded. I feel like I've got breath in my lungs. I feel nice and calm, balanced, centered for the day. Just 10 minutes of mindfulness practice. That's all we did together. Actually, probably less this morning, just as we got into it. That's all we need to do, just to reset. So I hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you for joining me for this practice, and we'll be doing this all week for Mental Health Awareness Week. So feel free to come back and join me tomorrow morning at the same time. I'll say goodbye for now.